You wake up tomorrow with Jeff Bezo's current net worth, $209 billion US. What do? I-95 from Richmond down to Miami is in my opinion actually not that bad. Everything north of Richmond sucks though. Getting from Richmond past Fredericksburg is literally the worst stretch of highway I have experienced in the US. Richmond isn't bad, but the permanent traffic standstill at Fredericksburg infuriates me. Absolutely zero reason for there to just constantly be traffic there every hour of the day. Used to live right behind Central Park in Fredericksburg. The reason is because there are only two ways across the Rappahannock, 95 and Route 1's Falmouth Light. Both methods get crazy bogged down because everyone, both local and long distance, has to use one of those two roads. Even people just going from Stafford to Fredericksburg can't really use back roads unless they go way out of their way. That's my life right now. State Route has been having like a 6-mile stretch of road being worked on every day for literally 2 years. It's on my daily commute, it's unavoidable for me and adds usually 20 minutes to my drive time each way. The worst was once we were stopped for literally 50 minutes staring at that hard-hatted motherfucker with his stop sign while they moved their excavators and dump trucks across the road to wrap up for the day. I couldn't even tell what they were doing at first, adding more lanes or building a new road. Finally, after a year and a half, one of the new roads was opened up and it's literally worse and more uneven than the old road. I have no idea how they can be so inefficient working for over 2 years on 6 miles of road. It boggles my mind how our nationwide highway ever got built in the first place. They repaved a large section of the main route to the nearby city. It's mostly a 2-lane highway in both directions, but with strip malls scattered in. It was rough in certain spots. The road got repaved and we endured the construction for the better part of a year. Afterwards, the road was so uneven that it will make you want to puke. My wife has a full-size truck with an off-road suspension package and it still rattles you around to a point of nausea. You can see the uneven nature of it just driving along, and people's suspensions visibly bottom out. Is there no accountability for that? Some sludge monkey just gets the winning bid, does a half-assed job, throws some money back to whoever coerced their being awarded the work, and nobody cares about the crap job. Right? I'd start looking at the city's vacant building list. Category 3 is basically tear it down. Category 2 is you have to prove you have the resources to fix this 4-page list before it's inspected to be declared habitable. So, start with 100 houses at auction. Deed the land to a non-profit housing entity. You'd be starting a land trust, basically. Fix up houses, you'll have the work to afford to start a few companies. Hire some grads, hire some of the best, and pay 25% more than anyone else in the market. Do damn good work. Rent the houses out to people that can provide proof of financial need. Rent equals property tax plus utilities kind of thing. Sell them to renters who have been there over a year if they want to buy. https://communitywealth.org/site/clone.communityewealth.org/files/download/paper-community.pdf. Just an example, but land trusts would help those 100 homes remain affordable housing, yet allow people that bought them to accrue equity, profit when selling, or inherit wealth when they otherwise may never have qualified for financing. Oh man, this has been a running joke with my buds that one day I'll order one. We have a tradition where the 3 of us meet for birthday dinners, always a steakhouse. The birthday bud is treated dinner and drinks, we always just order the 8-ounce Pullman steaks. Many years back we happened to be at Nick and Sam's in Dallas, Texas when unknown to us was a large group of Dallas Mavericks players were also having dinner. They all ordered the giant tomahawk steaks, so we were there to witness the waitresses walking by as if they were in the Flintstone cartoon intro with these huge platters with maybe 8 of those steaks each being paraded past us to the private dining room. It was absolutely amazing to see, and I now forever call those Brontosaurus steaks. My birthday dinner is coming up, so my yearly joke of a Brontosaurus steak is right around the corner. Someday I'll order one. Bro. Save up. Skip a birthday for all 3 of you so you each have 2x money for the next one. If you love steak, a good cut of steak is something you need to absolutely try at some point. Or don't, because after you have a good steak, a bad one will never satisfy you again and you'll go deep into debt buying steaks you can't afford. Next you'll be lusting after 60-day dry-aged steaks. Then genuine A5 Wagyu, then aged Wagyu. It'll never stop. You'll keep topping the last steak and they're always so fucking good. Real advice, if you're not after the restaurant experience, go to Costco. They sell 3 to 4 packs of the ribeye cuts for about $10 to $11 a pound where I am. They're about $60 total for the pack. There's no way you guys don't have $60, no tip no tax, between the 3 of you. You're not the gang from It's Always Sunny. They're enormous, but that's the best part of a tomahawk, and you sound like you're after a huge cut anyway. Look up how to reverse sear it and do that. It's basically foolproof. You get it up to temp in the oven, low and slow. It's juicy as fuck. You get a few cast irons ripping hot on the stove and then quickly sear them. A good sear and a good crust is as important as getting the inside done just right. You basically can't overcook it this way, and you don't really need any special cooking shit. I promise you will love it and you'll never settle for bad steaks again. Please, 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 I'm begging you. Being most realistic, I'd probably experience 30 seconds of total joy and excitement, followed by a crippling several hours of anxiety panic attack as the realization sets in that nearly every human alive would be willing to kill me for a fraction of that money, that the rest of my life will be spent in the national spotlight, that this will ultimately destroy every relationship I've ever built. Don't get me wrong, I'm still taking the money. I'm not trying to push some money can't buy happiness bullshit. But I think I'd need to keep this an absolute secret from everyone until I get a rock-solid battle plan of affairs in order. Once the media finds out, you'd better not be anywhere that a horde of desperate lunatics can find you. Or your family, loved ones, they're great for ransom. Buy Unmake Island in the Bering Sea, 200,000 acres including a volcano for a measly $16.5 million, and as it's only accessible via air and boat at certain times of the year gives me some nice privacy. Construct a castle on the property in Gothic Revival style of architecture, include modern features like electricity and heating but still try to keep it like a real Gothic castle with similar materials as used throughout history. Must be at least 100,000 square feet as I like room to put my feet up. Bring polar bears to the island, hopefully some are there already, giving them proper food sources so their population can thrive. I want the island to be basically infested with polar bears, like have a higher density than anywhere else on the world, and breed them for aggression. Transportation around the island would need to be done in caged vehicles outfitted with 50 calories rifles to defend against the rampaging threat of hyper-violent polar bears. Hire staff of 100 military contractors to protect the island from another staff of 100 military contractors I have pitted against each other. Hire a harem of beautiful women who constantly seek my attention, continually deny their advancements because I'm not into women. Spend most of the day shit posting on Reddit and trying to live modestly. I think you should add, occasionally spoof intelligence that you have some doomsday device on the island and you are planning on holding the world hostage. So you can greet international secret agents that make it past your polar bears and jiu-jitsu trained harem, small upgrade for you, with fine whiskey and a congratulatory slow clap. After doing all the responsible things like talking with lawyers, accountants, and brokers, I will first do something for myself, buy a pinball machine. I've always wanted one and that's my extravagant gift that I would buy for myself if I ever had the money to burn. My second thing is to quit my job, after they find a replacement for me, and go to work on charities. I first want to work on a way to renovate old buildings and turn them into housing for the homeless. These will be nice living spaces for people in need. But it won't just be living spaces either. There will be a rec room/gym, a cafeteria, a daycare, therapy offices, an office to help people find jobs, and even a methadone clinic. I want to help people get back on their feet. When I see people down on their luck, I don't like myself because all I want to do is help, but I don't have the finances to do so. If I woke up to find myself the richest person in the world, how could I not want to help everyone? I guess it's been a dream of mine to help people in this way. I want to make an impact in the world for the better. Edit, thank you for the awards also granted. Mine is to find the ocean cleanup, really take care of the plastic patch. Fund solar energy in the Sahara and Nevada. Buy a lot of land in the Amazon and have it guarded from loggers and farmers. Fund social programs in the areas responsible for pollution, education to the population so that they understand what they are doing and have the means for it not to be the easiest way of getting rid of their trash. Covering the Sahara in solar panels would likely be a world-ending event changing ecosystems around the world, however there are already solar farms on the edges of the desert. Funding and expanding those to power Africa, Europe and the Middle East would be the goal. Which would not be that cataclysmic. I believe the study said that a panel patch the size of New York/Texas would be enough to power the entire planet, but our energy transportation, storage and scale of that kind of operation would be the issue. Covering 20% of the Sahara would make it green, but be bad for the Amazon and other countries where rainfall would increase. However, 20% is not needed to power the globe, only 3.25% is. But the issue then would be storing and transporting the power like I said. So if an even smaller farm could be constructed to power Europe and Africa, farms in the US could be constructed to power the Americas, and China's farms be increased to power Asia and the Middle East, we would cover it and spread out. That's a good idea. I was in the arts all through high school and college. Think it would be fitting to improve that drastically. Also, as a Canadian, I'd tip it would be important to vastly improve the services for our First Nations groups.